G'day, how the bloody hell are you? It is CrackAFruity and welcome to my Tomb Raider review. I've recently finished playing the game, so I thought I'd better do a full review on it and let everybody know what I thought. The storyline is a tried and tested one you'll recognise from other games, TV shows and movies you've already seen. Essentially, Lara is out on a research expedition with a small group of companions when a storm strikes. Everything goes to hell and they all get washed up on a remote island. Lara is separated from the rest of them and has to find a way back to everyone else and, of course, get them all rescued. Of course, this would be all too easy and boring if the island wasn't inhabited by a crazy cultist group, needing that special someone to use as a sacrifice. But luckily, it is. Despite not being the most original of plots, it's nonetheless a well-told story with a good amount of twists and turns to keep you interested. Gameplay is fairly simple and easy to pick up. I chose to use the Xbox 360 controller and the button layout made sense. Movement was fluid and shooting was done pretty well exactly how I'd expected it would be. As you work through the game, you unlock 4 weapons in addition to your climbing pick, which you get at the start. You collect a generic form of loot which is called salvage, and it can be used to upgrade your weapons. Leveling up gives you points you can spend on upgrades like new kill and evasion moves, as well as increasing your chance of finding more salvage. It's not a complex upgrade system, but the game is in no way trying to be an RPG. You follow a fairly linear path, and I like to think of it as more of a great big action movie that I got to be a part of. There are items such as relics to collect, but personally I found them to be of little interest and no use. They felt almost like a last minute thought just to give the player something else to do. But nonetheless, achievement whores will be happy to know that you can re-enter the game after you've finished it to find all the items you missed the first time. Now, Lara's character development is first class. You really learn who she is and where she comes from, and it's refreshing to have a protagonist that isn't your typical alpha hero, full of witty pun lines and macho sayings. The same, unfortunately, can't be said for her companions. They're a generic bunch of largely forgettable characters with some questionable voice acting.
Where is Alex?
Heading over to the Endurance, grab some tools for Reyes.
Jonah, give the hoist a try.
Very little or no character development is established, and except for with a couple of them. Without giving any spoilers away, at one point the game does try and make you feel sorry for one of them, and I struggled to even remember who they were. I had to stop and think. As for the visuals, I haven't seen what it looks like on consoles yet, but on my PC version I ran it on max settings and it looks amazing. The character models are spot on, and as Lara gets dirtier and the more blood gets splattered on her, you really appreciate the detail that went into it. The game was all about creating the right atmosphere, I think, and to do this you have to get the visuals spot on. And in just about every case I think they nailed it. I was truly taken back in some of the spots, which was just, you know, tunnels filled with corpses and stuff like that. And you could even feel that claustrophobia when Lara was neck deep in water and only a small gap through a cave sort of thing. And even when you're outside, the island itself looks amazing. You can really feel the ongoing dark and stormy weather that's sort of present throughout the game. And really, I think that's what this game's all about, the way it makes you feel. It's not the gunplay or the upgrade system, it's definitely not the collectible items. I don't think I've ever really connected to a video game character in the same way. Lara has such a terrible time through this game. She gets stabbed, hung upside down, bound, she's in a plane crash, falls through a building or more than one building, and that's before she even starts fighting anyone. I think the game did an amazing job at making me feel genuinely concerned for her welfare. Like, I really wanted to do my best so I could protect her, and when I died at times I actually felt really bad, and the developers didn't help this in any way as well, because some of the death scenes were actually fairly brutal. The music and sound effects were always spot on as well. It was always appropriately dramatic or reflective at the right times, and I think that's a contributing factor as well to the atmosphere that they managed to get so right. Okay, now there are a few other points worth mentioning. I know it's a weird thing to notice, but the upgrade menus around the campfire were some of the best looking I've ever seen. And to top it off, as soon as you sit down and enter that menu, Lara would actually start narrating what maybe something that just happened or what she was about to do. And I don't know, sometimes it's the little things that go to show how good their attention to detail actually was. As far as multiplayer goes, unfortunately I was unable to find a single game. Every time I went into the lobby, I sat there and waited, and I tried over and over again over a course of a couple of weeks. Never found a single game, so unfortunately I didn't get to try it out. But my final verdict: will Tomb Raider wow you with its revolutionary upgrade system? No, it won't. Will it change the world with its advanced gunplay mechanics? No, it won't. However, there are very few games that I can think of that do a better job in creating the perfect atmosphere, keeping you in suspense and making you really connect with the actual character. It may be the first time I think I've ever felt bad when I've died, and it's definitely the first time I've ever felt sorry for an actual game character. So I didn't really have high expectations for the new Tomb Raider, but it's actually done an awesome job in reinventing the franchise. And I think it's definitely a must-play game of 2013. So I'm going to give it 9 juicy peaches out of 10.
Oh, that was close. Oh shit, that was close.
Anyway, that is the end of my Tomb Raider review. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and if you have, do remember to leave a like. It helps me out a lot, and it also lets me know that you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about the game itself or my review, then leave them in the comment section below. And of course, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Now on the screen at the moment, you will see episode 1 of my Tomb Raider Let's Play. Do go and click on that. Watch those through, so you might get something out of that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you next time.